guys, I'm Brandi with Baseline Beatnik, and I just watched Song of the Sea last night, and it was awesome. I was just browsing through Amazon, and I was like, oh, you know what? I heard of this movie, and it got nominated for some awards, and perhaps won some. I'm not sure. I'd have to do a little bit more research. But it was so good. I think it's a better told story from the fairies' perspective anyway than Brave. Because Brave kind of mentions the fairies, but it doesn't really tell you much about them. This really goes into a little bit more depth of it and gives the history and some cool fairy tales that turn out to be true. Fairy tales. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, if you get a chance to watch it, I really think that you should. The animation is super simplistic, but it is very evocative in so much that it has a really great story. I love the part where they do the cartoonish drawing or the kid-like drawings when they're heading into the city with their grandmother. I think that's pretty cool. Other things that I can give away without giving the story away. I love the idea that we're all linked somehow and that we have to say goodbye to that at some point. It's like saying goodbye to your childhood, but also not just that, it's saying goodbye to the connectedness between the sea and the environment and all the things that we don't know or understand because we're so connected to ourselves and to our phones and computers and stuff like that. And although it wasn't really mentioned in there, it wasn't the moral of the story per se, but I do think that it really indicates that in some respect, at least from my perspective. I saw it as a really beautiful story of the relationships between a brother and a sister and the parents and how they go through challenges that they don't understand. And then they come to those realizations. It's part of a coming of age, it's growing up, it's all of those things. And I believe it's so good. You should watch it if you have an hour and a half or so to spare. I think maybe running time of 140, but it's really great. Oh, there's one part when they show a gutter and it says feck off, and most American kids wouldn't know what that means anyway. They might have some sort of clue, but they wouldn't know precisely what it means. Anyhow, I recommend this movie. It's on, if you have Amazon Prime, it's on Amazon Prime now, streaming for free, and that's how I watched it because I love Amazon Prime. One other thing that I thought was pretty cool is how loss can be so traumatic for people. And I know I've experienced loss, and I'm sure many of you have as well. It's really difficult. I've seen people handle it with flying colors, and I've seen people go off the deep end. And I think this journey is also important for them because they learn how to deal with it. One of the other characters in particular. You'll see how she does. It's awesome. Thanks again for watching. You guys are fantastic. See you soon.